Good morning, folks. Day 2 practice. Gonna be a short one. Gonna bounce around a little bit and see if we can figure out a little bit. We got on them a little bit yesterday. That's one you need.
You need 4 of those, 5 of those.
Good job, man.
Right underneath that swim platform.
Little Hawgz Custom finesse worm. Getting it done. Nice fish. Definitely will take that Saturday. It's a good one.
Got kind of an idea of what's going on here. Just a matter of pulling into the right pockets. Shad everywhere, like we said. Dock thing for the most part. I think we're gonna pick a couple more coves, fish the backs of them. You know, short day, don't want to overdo it. Kind of sore from yesterday, slept in a little bit. We got out earlier today than yesterday. What do you think, Mike? What do you think is going on so far?
I think that there's a little bit of fish doing everything. We caught them on the main lake point yesterday. We caught them in the backs, caught them halfway back. So I think there's fish in all the stages getting ready to, what I'd say a week or two, they're all gonna be pushing back. But right now you can catch them a couple different ways. So
yeah, we got 78-degree water temps, another cool morning. Beautiful, beautiful. It feels like fall, low humidity.
Oh,
it's
so
just,
nice.
This is what we've been waiting on.
Traditional spook? The Spook Junior. It's been my top water bait of choice the last month or two. It'll change. Ooh. No, he blew up on it. Or he sloshed on it. Changing these hooks tonight for sure. He just didn't get it. God, I'd want to smash it right there. They're not getting it though, they're just kind of washing on it. See? They're just, third bite, they just won't get it. They'll probably hit that jig though. It's probably good I'm not hooking them. Especially if this is a place you're going to come back to. Could be the wrong color, I guess.
We do a live stream Monday nights at 7:30 Central, and a guest that we had recently was Dion Hibden, Lake of the Ozarks legend. So I asked Dion, why were those fish not committing to the topwater bait? I mean, I ran through several different baits, and that wasn't the problem. They just weren't ready for it, and this is what Dion had to say about that. So Brock's got a question, and this is something that I noticed as well in practice. He said that the topwater bite was so weird, the bass would slap at the bait and never eat it, and he wants to know why. I experienced that too. I had 5 blow up on a spook, like a Super Spook Junior, and they didn't really blow up on it. They just kind of rolled on it, you know, kind of sloshed it, swirled on it. And a couple of them were pretty good fish, you know, right off the front corners of the docks or right down the side first thing in the morning. And I switched from Super Spook Junior. I put on a Sammy, thinking maybe they wanted something a little bit softer, a little bit more quiet, a little more subtle, and it was a different color. It was more of a bluegill kind of translucent color. I didn't get a sniff on that, and then I switched up to the Sexy Dog. Same thing. I didn't want anything to do with that, so then I just put that Super Spook Junior back on. I never got a bite again, but it, you know, all those bites came within about 15 minutes. Never threw a whopper plopper, never threw a buzz bait. But what's your theory on that? What do you do in that situation?
You know, I'm not a big, I love to throw a topwater. Don't get me wrong. Everybody does. And when it busts loose here, there's no place on the planet that's any better than here. But that is a full 10 degrees water temperature on into the fall. I mean, it is just too hot for that right now. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not, I mean, you saw the shad. I mean, there's shad in a lot of these places, just billions of them. They're everywhere. And they're not even chasing them real hard. Just every now and then you'll see one come up in the middle of them, you know, and you know, it's just way too warm for that right now.
Another one. So what do you do? What kind of adjustment do you make?
Oh, we got one chicken?
Yep, probably is. Mad soccer skills. That was a bite. He hit it and I pulled it away from him and he came back and got it. Little wacky rig. Wacky Jackie. Fish hit on the fall, man. The line just took off. Nah. A little short. Here we go. Little jig, little bass. Good one? It's a keeper. I think you're ready for the Olympic team, man. You've been...
I seen him come up and get it. That was crazy.
It's a pretty cool seat. It's got a little rod holder.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, what we got? Little wacky rig fish. Little one, like the one I caught. There we go. It's a proper release.
Day one of practice at Lake of the Ozarks, I kind of established that the shaky head was going to get me some bites. I was throwing the 6 1/4 Hawgz Custom Baits shaky head green pumpkin with some blue or purple fleck in it. So I stayed away from that on day 2. Kind of running low on worms, to tell you the truth, and I did not want to run out of those before the tournament day started. So I tried to establish a different way to catch those fish. As a co-angler, you're always kind of looking for something different to do behind your boater. So I knew I had that shaky head thing to fall back on, and I wanted to just throw a few other baits and see if I can get some bites on them. Now, Mike was just kind of sticking with the jig. He was throwing, on day 1 and day 2 of practice, he was throwing somewhere between a 1/2 ounce and a 3/4 ounce football jig. You know, green pumpkin, just something bluegill, peanut butter and jelly. The fish were sitting on those docks. The bass were sitting on the corners of those docks and the sides of the docks and up underneath the floats and the slips. And swimming a big heavy jig around those docks was getting him a lot of bites. He was just putting a big crawl chunk, rage crawl, you know, a yum crawl chunk, something that's got a lot of flapping action, just a big profile. Those fish were definitely feeding on bluegill in that area.
Better fish? There we go.
They're small people, I think.
Yeah. It's fat though. Healthy fish.
Yeah, they're eating.
Oh yeah. Oh, big, huh? Oh, dang it. That's a good one. A good one.
There's a lot of stuff going on at Lake of the Ozarks in the fall. You can catch them out deep, you can catch them all the way in the back of the coves and the pockets, or you can catch them in the middle of those same coves. It's just about figuring out what you want to do and try to find areas that the fish will cooperate with that bait. You know, the shaky head is always good, swimming a jig. Topwater bite when the water is a little bit cooler. It was still a little bit warm to get on that consistent topwater bite. It seems like the fish that we found were keying in on bluegill. That was kind of the key. You know, they were in brush around the corners of the docks, and you could skip up underneath those docks and catch those bass.
Another borderliner. Hey, can you back up when you get a chance? I was watching you and I let that dock grab this thing. Dude, did you see that? You didn't even see that. I just had like a 5-pounder on. You did? On the other side of that cable.
If you haven't checked out the day one practice video for the BFL, it's a pretty good one. We caught them pretty good. We figured out some things and we kind of just went off of that on day 2. It was a short day, so we didn't want to overdo it. You don't want to wear yourself out and be tired for tournament day, and you definitely don't want to sore mouth all your fish. Also, that live stream with Dion Hibden is a really good one. It's got a lot of good Lake of the Ozarks information. So I'll have the tournament video coming out really soon. Look for that, and you can see if I punched my ticket to the regional on Norfolk Lake in Arkansas.
Solid fish.
2.5 or something.
I'd say 3.
Right up there by that post.
Nice.
I thought it was a bluegill tick, so I didn't mess with it. All of a sudden, it just started coming towards me. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't want him to feel my pantry.
Yeah, right. Got him that time. Swimming it in, he grabbed it. All right, folks, decent fish. Throwing the Cumberland Pro Magnum shaky head with an old monster plum color. Just fishing these bluff ends. Getting a bunch of bites. I can't hook up with them. It's probably why, because they're not really big fish, but a lot of fun out here. Short day, pre-practice day number 2 for the BFL. Caught a few fish. I think we figured out what we need to be doing. It's just a matter of getting the right bites. So give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Hit that little bell notification. Until next time. All right, subscribe to the channel.